Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And off we go here in Tokyo. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And led out by their veteran quarterback. He's been around a while. They don't celebrate birthdays for him. They just cut him up, see how many rings he's got around the middle. He has been in the league a long time. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And boy, showing how tough he can be to bring down, just fighting his way forward to pick up 7 yards. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 16 carries, 83 yards.
One thing I do know, teams in the NFL don't treat this like a pitcher throwing the no-hitter. It's been mentioned all week long about going in and getting him the rushing title. He'll see the ball and he'll see it often.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hernandez. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Now a play fake. Rodgers. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. On play action. Now Rodgers. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-0. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was hoping for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
So now it's the Raiders' turn to go on offense for the first time. And they will be led out by their 6'6" quarterback.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance, because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
Got him to win. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. But I think the ball's out. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Play action. It's Newton. And he'll go right back to Allen. That's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. And Newton's going to keep it. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. Only a yard on the sneak, not enough. And he's a few inches short for 4th down. tough yards. They run it with their fullback. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first.
First down.
They'll try the air now with Newton. Whipping one into Allen. That's complete. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go, and that will tie us at 3-3. So a return of serve, so to speak, here on the second drive of our game as they respond to that opening field goal with 3 of their own.
I like that. Go a little tennis on me.
I know you. You like to mix it up with sports.
They crack a forehand back out and they get a backhand. What was the return on?
It was a backhand. A really good backhand.
It's a nice top spin on the little bit. I love it. Almost a mirror image when you really get down to it. I thought that was pretty good stuff.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
Intended for number 18.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That's taken on the 25. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raiders offense led by their running back headed out for the second possession. And as we check out the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns coming into the weekend, see a familiar name there near the top of the leaderboard, currently 2nd in that category. And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
To throw is Newton. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And they'll work with 4 receivers here on 3rd down and long. Newton to throw. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Landry. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the 1st down marker. Here's the Raiders punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. 3-3, a tight one after 1 on EA Sports. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. As they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. In motion comes the tight end left. Rodgers going to throw. Looking for the crossing receiver. He's got him. This is Hilton. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 47. Throwing now is Rodgers. He hits Adams complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And the Broncos first down.
Throwing is Rodgers. Over the middle, complete. That's Hernandez. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
First and goal, Denver.
The kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. And it's caught. Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Now Rodgers. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6.
It's 3rd and goal.
Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. A nightmare on 3rd and goal. He's sacked, and multiple players broke through the line to get him.
That's quite a stand there defensively. A huge sack on 3rd down, and that's going to force him into a field goal attempt.
A field goal try forthcoming now for the Broncos. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals. It's 6-3. So we're trading first-half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. Got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
Tokyo set to go on offense once again. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during this series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Out of the gun, Newton. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Now Newton. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Raiders first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
At the 34-yard line.
Newton now to throw. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
To the air again, Newton. Looking rough side, and it's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
First and 10 at the 37.
They fake the give. Newton. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Raiders at 13-2 on the year. And I tell you, it has been a few months now since they've tasted defeat, and they are without question the hottest team in football.
And I'm really not sure who's going to beat them right now because, to me, they have to be the favorites to go all the way because they're not just beating teams, they're dominating them. It's been fun to watch them play, not just in their winning, but how they're getting it done. Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
2nd and 10.
Brings up second and 10.
Here's Newton. And quickly into the hands of Waller. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
How about a nod to the sequence of plays they're putting together here? This has been death by 1,000 paper cuts on this drive. But this is one of their best plays yet, and they're able to move it down into the red zone.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Brings up second and 1 at the 2-yard line.
Up the middle with Gurley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and second and 1 is now third and 3. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Throwing is Newton. Touchdown! A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders have taken the lead. And there was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point attempt to come here. And he's got it as the lead is now 10-6.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
And that flag accepted. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The Broncos offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And you can see he's closing in on a rushing title, the league leader coming into the penultimate week of the season. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
Incomplete. Leads to second and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Rodgers now to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hernandez. Here now, third and a yard.
A gain of 9 brings up third and 1.
Now Rodgers. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. .42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And it'll be Raiders football, first and 10. Play action. Newton. Wide open receiver complete. Inside the 10. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there. 76 yards. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts. All right, because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase it.
They certainly made quick work of that, ultra quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Broncos offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. Now, he's had a knack for finding the end zone all season long. His numbers reflect that. Here we are in the month of December, and he sits atop the NFL leaderboard in terms of rushing touchdowns. Now it's Rodgers. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. To throw is Rodgers. And the catch made by Hilton. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Rodgers again now. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Look in the middle of the field, and he's got it made complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 23. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep with the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
To throw, it's Rodgers. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Broncos are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. The extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make it 17-13. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Back to throw, Newton. And he's on here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. 2nd and a couple. Newton now to throw. A short one here secured by the tight end Waller. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50.
First and 10 at the 50.
A final shot before the break. Newton. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And a little floater there is incomplete. So halftime straight ahead, and that means we go to Scott Hansen. It is our EA Sports Halftime Report. Scott, take it away.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the 3rd quarter as we're ready to kick off the 2nd half. Back out to our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Scott, thanks a bunch. And we'll see which team's adjustments are going to pay dividends here as we are just about ready for the start of the 2nd half. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Raiders' offense and their wide receiver getting set for this next possession. And you see the numbers for him into this 3rd quarter. They just pop off the screen. He has been open throughout. Newton. And that will get to be off target and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10.
Incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
Here's Newton. Waller taking it in over the middle. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gets him a first down. And a nice milestone reached on that last throw as here late in the season, he goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
First and 10 at the 36.
They'll try and run up the gut with Gurley. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
2 yards on the
From the 33, here's a 2nd and 8. Newton to throw. Allen's got it over the middle. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 14. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now it's Newton. And he'll go right back to Allen. That's complete. 2nd and 6 from the 10.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the Broncos' 10-yard line.
Now Newton. Throwing middle, and it's complete. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
A gain of 2 on the play.
Here's Newton.
3rd and 4.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Raiders take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
A good return, but he pays the price at the end of it as he's picked up and thrown down. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the 2nd half. They make their 2nd half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked in each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
Throws the out route, and he finds Hilton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
First down. It's a gain of 17 yards. First down.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Now he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down. 2nd and 7, operating from the 34. Working from the gun. Rodgers. He's got it to Hilton. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. 40 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Well, on this one, it may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the 14-yard line.
Here's Rodgers. He finds his man complete. It's Hernandez. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
And that's a great job of tackling right there. If he could have made the first man miss, maybe he could have taken it into the end zone. Instead, they stopped him pretty well right in his tracks, and you often see that in the red zone. Offense has to be quick. In this case, the defense was quicker.
So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the third quarter, look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Raiders offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here. Now Newton. Short throw going to be caught by Waller. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
First and 10 at the 30.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Here's Johnson again on second down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The Broncos going dime. 2 extra defensive backs for third down.
Playing pass all the way.
To throw is Newton. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Looks like a 9-yard loss. And it also brings up 4th.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
Here's the Raiders punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. That's pulled in at the 32. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
A gain of 14. And a Broncos first down.
Throwing now is Rodgers. A throw off his back foot there. That's going to wind up incomplete.
It's now second and 10.
Rodgers now to throw. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack. And it's third down. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just
under pressure, they got him again. And the defense coming through on third down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, They've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that first down carry.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is Newton. He's got his target. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 27 yards there on a very nice third down conversion.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That one good for 37 yards.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Off the draw, here's Johnson. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. Second down and 6 now.
Second and 6.
Newton now to throw. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. This is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. From 3 yards out. And the Raiders extend their fourth quarter lead, and they are closing in now on a 14-win campaign. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up the secondary. A clinic on how to attack the defense and take them out of the game.
Going after it right down the middle. And the lead is up to 15 now.
31. Broncos 16.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Here's Rodgers to throw. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hernandez. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
It's a gain of 10.
Now Rodgers. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Adams. Second and 7.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up second and
Now it's Rodgers. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on first and 10.
9 yards. First down, Broncos.
On play action, it's Rodgers. Going for the deep ball. And that's too tall for his receiver. It's incomplete. Now it's second and 10. And again, it's Rodgers. He's got Green. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 37.
First down. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Throwing is Rodgers. And the reception made by Green. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
First down. First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
To throw, it's Rodgers. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. Now a 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 14-yard line.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line.
He was brought down at the 8-yard line. A gain of 6 yards.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. He'll try to pick it up himself. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos are able to cut into that deficit. So this now a 9-point difference. You figure the book here says kick the extra point, make it a one-score game.
Now, you and I have seen coaches get overly aggressive in this spot, but I agree with you. Kick it here and get back within a score.
Extra point right down the middle. As this gets him back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And able to get this out to the 25. The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes. And he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. Play action. It's Newton. Gets this to Waller on the crossing route. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now a draw play for Gurley. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. And his defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and chew some clock with Gurley. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. 38-yard line, 2nd and 9. They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And the defense on it quickly there as they stop him at the 40 for a gain of just 2. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. Now 3rd down and 7. Newton now to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Raider first down. And that should be the one that finishes the script here.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
So no shortage of offense in this game, but a very clean game too, Charles. Each side got its points, but they did so without committing a single turnover.
That's so true, and it certainly felt like NFL football at its finest, right? You talk about the highest level for both of these offenses. Neither one of them afraid of taking risks, and both of them aggressively pushing it downfield. I did like, Brandon, how smart they were about going about their business, though. They were high-flying, but they took care of the ball.
Yeah, they did. And just keeping it clean in a game like this with all these points, you don't see that very often, even at the highest level. Job well done by both sides. So for the Raiders, they improved to 14-2 with still one game left to be played in this regular season. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Do you have the time to listen to me whine about nothing and everything all at once? I am one of those melodramatic fools, neurotic to the bone, no doubt about it. Sometimes I give myself the creeps. Sometimes my mind plays tricks on me. It all keeps adding up. I think I'm cracking up. Am I just paranoid?